What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. One thing I do want to bring up, because we had last week when we just started the podcast, as soon as we was finished, we got the news that Paul Orndorff had passed away. And people who don't remember Paul Orndorff as Mr. Wonderful. And he was in the main event match at WrestleMania with Hogan and Mr. T. And he was Piper's partner. He's part of the WWE Hall of Fame in 2005 and the National Wrestling Alliance Hall of Fame in 2009. Now, remember, Paul Orndorff was before my time, so you're not about to get an extensive history or know some stories that I didn't know about before or anything like that. I know he was a football player. I know he played for University of Tampa, stuff like that, and then of course he was selected. Now I didn't know that he was selected the 12th round of the 1973 NFL draft by the Saints, who drafted him as a fullback, and then he voluntarily quit during training camp for personal problems, and then decided to give professional wrestling a try. So here's my thing about Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful. I remember all him in WWF, but then once again, I grew up a WCW guy. So in the early WCW, I used to see him, and I remember he had like Falls Count Anywhere matches with Cactus Jack, and people would be so in awe of it because it's like, wait a minute, this guy's gonna wrestle with Cactus Jack and stuff like that. And I was like, so him coming back into doing that, because he came in there from that 1992 era all the way down. But there was something. Everybody look. I'm saying. Oh, by the way, if y'all want to see the Falls Count Anywhere match we're talking about with him and Cactus Jack, that was at Super Brawl 3 in 1990.
Super Brawl Saturday? No, okay.
One thing
y'all know what that promo is from. Now, I was saying a joke. People know what that's promo from. They will get the joke.
Gotcha. So then I stopped watching him. But then he came back up in WCW with we used to just wear jean shorts. But there was something wrong with his arm. And when I was a kid, I was like, what's wrong with his arm? Now tell me you remember Paul Orndorff. Remember him in WCW when he had...
Yeah. I used to have randomly, I don't know why, I had like porn. Oh God. Paul Orndorff. Mm-hmm. Paul Orndorff trading cards for some reason.
Oh wow. So when I used to see him as a kid, I was like, I never understood why he had the one small arm on his right and the one big arm. And I remember he had like an arm wrestling competition. I don't know if he was feuding with The Wall or off, because all them names of WCW was stupid, and it was 2000. And he was doing the arm wrestling. He was like, use your other arm, like kind of like Scary Movie, take my strong hand. And he was arm wrestling with this guy, and I was like, oh wow, like really what happened? It's kind of like when I seen Mean Gene's hand swollen one time. I was like, oh, what do you got, lymphedema? But I really didn't understand, why he had it. I think he had some kind of nerve damage. Are you aware of what happened to him?
I do not know what happened to him.
He died at 71 on July 12th. He was after being diagnosed with dementia, and I know they don't know if they played a role in his death or not, but dementia is terrible. We had a couple family members that are dealing with that right now.
He suffered an arm injury.
Oh, okay.
An arm and a neck injury and wrestling in the match. And guess who he was wrestling?
Cactus Jack.
Nope.
Okay, so somebody bad. Okay, Vader.
Your boy Hulk Hogan.
His friend.
Oh, my dead brother.
I'm sorry about that dude. Okay.
Yeah, he injured his arm. The injury was left untreated for too long that the nerve his right bicep to atrophy. A trophy?
Oh,
I don't know how to see.
Oh, what? Wow. I really don't read that, but it's just the fact that it was Hogan brother, was what I did there. I was like, well, what the hell? Because, like I said, seeing him in WCW in the early 2000s, the late 90s, with the two different size arms, I was like, what happened to Paul Orndorff? I thought that was an age. I was like, but there's clear something. He really had some nerve damage in that right arm, and that's why it was so small. So those are my times. Remember him. Like I said, I didn't get the great Mr. Wonderful. I got him in early WCW days where he was feuding with Cactus Jack. I got him with the big arm, little arm, and then I remember him in the main event at WrestleMania. But other than that, my history with Paul Orndorff is not that extensive, so please forgive me on that one. But I want to make sure I say something, and may he rest in peace. Losing family members is not always easy. So he lived to be 71 years old, and I wanted to make sure before I get out of here that I wanted to make sure I honor this man.
No chance. Nah, okay.
Oh my God, he did it. Prime did
seriously, it. From Paul Orndorff. Why can I not say his name? From Paul Orndorff, I will say he has probably one of the greatest theme songs I have heard.
Oh, really? You talking about his original one, right?
Huh?
You talking about his original one?
Oh, it's probably like a second version.
Okay.
But it's it's like just the intro of it. It reminds me of Mr. Perfect theme song a little bit, but with lyrics. Because he came out, it was Mr. Wonderful. He kind of came out like the total package. Like he came out with the robe and showing off his muscles and stuff. At least from what I remember, from what I'm seeing in the videos. But yeah, his theme song, I really like it. And he came out during Hulk Hogan's birthday, right?
Yeah.
And that's when I heard the song. I was like, oh, this is a great song. So I went and downloaded the song and everything. Listen to the song a lot. Well, yeah, that's the only thing I know about Paul Orndorff.
Well, no, I'm saying because he's not our era. He's not mine. I'm gonna say I watched him in the early '90s and stuff like that. But to truly appreciate him from the '80s and stuff like that, unfortunately, it's not my era. But I will. Anytime a fallen wrestler goes down, may he rest in peace, and may the Lord, bless his family and give all your blessings and your prayers to his family as well.